everybody! Apparently, Fortnight at Frenni Fazclaires got a sequel. Yay! This is not the full version. Okay, so it is really early. Okay. Please report any... Yeah, okay. So it's the same person. Okay. We need to know, so we need to set some options. First, would you like to disable not safe for work content? Okay. Leave the not safe for work content on. Next, the default name for... nah, we're going with Anon. It's funnier that way. He's just Anon at this point. Protagonist of this story will be Anon. Finally, this game can read save files of the original game. If you have not run that game at least one... Okay. Looks like you haven't gotten the true ending of the original game yet, but that's okay. Yeah, you can go fuck yourself. I'm never doing that. I read the guide on that. That's bullshit. That said, your enjoyment will definitely be enhanced from no fuck you. Don't make it a bitch to get then. Fuck you. Frenni Fazclaires is a well-known nightclub for various reasons. Chief among them are the alluring animatronics that are capable of things human entertainers can only dream of. Please join my Patreon and subscribe star if I have to do this. They don't need to sleep, eat, or deal with any material needs other than needing to recharge every so often. They always give their best performances and can even be upgraded to enhance their ability even further. If it weren't for the massive power bill and proprietary methods used to craft each animatronic body, Fazclaires would be revolutionizing the entire adult industry. It is now in 2025 that Fazclaires has finally opened up a second location. My name is Anon, and I've been given the opportunity to become the chief engineer of this new club. I've arrived a month after the new club's opening due to some logistical snafus and training at the original club. Serafina, the new club manager, has been able to keep the 4 animatronics running in my absence. But I'm quite sure after a month, the girls are overdue for some tender love and care. It's a chilly morning in October when I report to Fazclaires. Okay, so this one we don't get to pick if we're male or female. Much like its predecessor, the club is off the main thoroughfare of the city. It's a few stories tall and tucked between 2 rolling hills that help prevent noise pollution from straying too far from the building. Of course, things are all quiet this morning as I head for the door, punched in my code, and stepped inside. Okay, what the fuck is that thing? Oh, wait. No. What is that thing? What is that? Is that... the fuck? Alright. Waiting in the reception area is none other than Serafina herself. I don't know all that much about her, only that she's the young sister of Lilith, who manages the original club. The first words that come to mind when I look at Serafina is angelic. She's tall, slim, with flowing white hair, golden eyes, and a face that would put Aphrodite to shame. Her curves are enhanced by the flowing dress, and her head is accentuated by a fancy headpiece. When she speaks, her voice is pure and her smile capable of charming the pants off anyone with a sex drive. That might appear as a goddamn placeholder. By the way, I'm playing this live. If you'd like to see these type of games done live, please think of joining the Patreon or subscribe star. Good morning, Mr. Anon. It's a pleasure to finally meet you in person. Likewise, I've heard about you here and there from Miss Diablo. Oh, fuck off. What did you do, chat? There is no way that actually comes from something. You photoshopped that. All good things, I hope. More or less, she told me that I'd be in good hands working with you. Oh, it's from Gmod? Okay. Well then, shall we get your onboarding out of the way? She pulls out a small card, clears her throat, and recites the company tagline. Welcome to Frenni Fazclaires, a magical place for adults, where fantasies and fun come to life. Making your dreams become real is our priority, though I'm sure you already know that given you're trained at the original club. So let's skip ahead a bit, shall we? She hands me the card. It has some weight to it, with the word staff written on the front in big gold letters. Below that label is a second one that reads Chief Engineer. The backside of the card has a map of the club, along with several phone numbers in the event of any emergency. Make sure you keep that card on your person at all times. Without it, the girls cannot verify your identity and grant you access to other prohibited areas. I slip the card into my badge holder that's attached to the lanyard with the circuit board pattern. I take it the same rules are in place as the original club, don't fuck the animatronics and all? To some degree, yes. Normal patrons and staff aren't permitted to fondle, grope, or otherwise make moves on the girls. However, you are chief engineer. You need to be able to completely assess the girls' capabilities and performances for any required maintenance. Given your training, I don't think we'll have any issues, but I should still say this much. Please at least run any sensual matters regarding the girls by me before you tackle them yourself. So basically, exercise my best judgment and run any involved examinations by you first. Easy enough. How are the girls faring anyways? Seraphina's smile falls just a bit as she answers. To be honest, it's a good thing you came when you did. Roxy has been pouring her soul into every musical performance to the point she's had several instances of power loss towards the end of the evenings. She keeps mentioning auditory and visual issues, while Aurora's in this game, electromagnetic capabilities have been on the fritz since 2 weeks after opening. As for Mia, she's been falling apart since she got here, and I don't mean in the sense she's literally designed to detach her parts at will. From the sounds of it, Mia is the most pressing concern, followed by Aurora, Chi, and then Roxy. Ideally, I'll be able to give all the girls a once-over prior to the club's opening tonight, but it depends on what I find in my examinations. Seraphina nods and motions to the left passage leading off from the entrance. In that case, allow me to take you through the barricade to access the lower levels. It'll be faster than taking the main lift down from the backstage. I follow Seraphina's wake as she leads me through the space designed and furnished like a retro arcade. There are all manner of game cabinets and neon lights spread throughout, with a large bar stocked with an impressive variety of liquor towards the back wall. This is Chi's domain. She's just as capable of mixing drinks as she is to kick your ass in any fighting game on the floor. All the cabinets here run on a card system. Patrons can top up the funds on their cards at those machines next to the ATM. As staff, you get to play for free as long as your other duties are taken care of first. We keep moving, taking the door next to the bar into the kitchen for a brief moment. I'm no expert in culinary delights, but the kitchen seems rather expensive and well-stocked to my untrained eye. Similarly, we step into the main storage room for only a moment before Seraphina leads me to a door with a badge reader attached. She produces her own security card She produces her own security card. The lock chimes and the door swings open to reveal a staircase heading down. All access to the lower levels is gated behind similar locks, so make sure you have your card on you at all times. The idea is that the staff can quickly get to the other areas of the club without needing to wade through the crowds on the main floor. On the way to the lounge and parts and services, we'll pass the server, electrical, and medical rooms. It's weird that it's starting with I don't think that's part of this series. I don't know much about FNAF. Maybe? I don't know. The staircase opens to a moderately... I like the art of her lit tunnel just toward the end of the three people standing shoulder to shoulder. We hang an immediate left followed by a right before emerging into an animatronic lounge. A variety of comfy chairs and couches litter the space along the tables of both the utilitarian and entertainment variety. There are 11 doors leading from that space. 4 are meant for the animatronics, 4 that are storage rooms, 2 lead to further tunnels, and the remaining leads to parts and services. Serafina motions at the far door on the right next to the entrance to parts and services. Mia's room is that one there. Next to hers is Aurora's, while Roxy and Cheese are over to this side. They should all be recharging at the moment, though knowing Roxy, she's staying up working despite her battery limited charge. She motions to Mia's room. Shall we? Another badge reader gains us entrance to Mia's room. I'm not sure what I was expecting, but it definitely was an aggressively pastel goth bedroom. There's an equally mix of grunge and pastel elements in both furniture and decorations. Plenty of pinks, purples, and blacks. I like that one already. Cute mascot posters share the same wall as horror movie posters. I feel attacked. A queen-size bed with an excessive amount of pillows and plushies sit next to a recharge pod where Mia is currently charging. Oh, she's actually kind of cute. I like her design. It's actually kind of cute. At a glance, I can confirm that Mia is a variant of Fazclaires' animatronic Foxy model. Her white carapace is marked with pink and black accents, as well as a bunny girl getup. Mia's eyes open when Serafina and I step closer to the recharge pod. She smiles and speaks in an upbeat and pleasant manner. Good morning. Her eyes wander to my lanyard and the card attached to it. They flash gold and she continues. Ah, you must be Anon, our new engineer. It's a pleasure to meet you. Let me just step out of my pod here. The pod door swings open and Mia steps out. Or, well, she tries to. She makes it 2 steps before her knees buckle and she falls to pieces. Though she doesn't seem too concerned as her head rolls next to her feet. Well, guess I'm getting ahead of myself. It's been harder and harder to keep myself together. Boss lady, mind giving me a hand getting Mia here to parts and services? Certainly. Come on, Mia. Up you go. It takes several trips to get all of Mia's parts next to the room, into the next room over. A large lift is in the center of the parts and services, next to which are 3 cradles, each meant to hold an animatronic. Beyond that are private lifts that lead to the girls' red rooms, or so Serafina says. A room containing spare parts lies to the left of the main lift, and the actual workshop is to the right. For now, Serafina and I cobble together Mia in one of the cradles. I then pop into the workshop and grab some tools to start diagnosing what's wrong with Mia. I start plugging a Fazclaire tablet into the port in her neck piece and run a simple checkup program. Most of your magnetic couplers have been degeised. No wonder you've been having issues keeping together. Luckily, it's a simple fix. I just have to replace a bad couple with fresh ones and you'll be good to go. Though I am curious what could have demagnetized neodymium like that. Serafina looks over my shoulder at the screen. Unfortunately, I'm of little help here. There's been so much involved with the club's opening that I haven't a clue what could have affected Mia like this. Speaking of which, you know what voice would be better for her? Speaking of which, do you think you can take things from here, Mr. Anon? I have some other matters to attend to during the day shift. Yeah, I should be fine. Thanks for the onboarding and helping so far. She smiles, then departs. Once I grabbed the necessary replacement parts for Mia, I set to work fixing her joints. Yeah, no, this isn't so bad so far. I liked the first one. It was just I couldn't get that true ending because like the guide I saw was such a nightmare to try to purse through and stuff. I wasn't going to do it. She strikes up a conversation as I make progress. So Anon, are you always this handy with girls you've just met, or am I a special case? I like to know everything there is to know about the animatronics I'm servicing. Just let me know if you get uncomfortable. Of course. You know service is basically what I do here at the club. Not in that way, before you ask. I oversee the VIP areas and the booths, as well as meeting patron needs. If you ever need something, just come to my concierge area and I'll do my best to get it for you. Noted, though I imagine you're not always in a bunny suit. It's about all I can wear, while still maintaining the ability to detach my parts. Do you do that often? Take yourself apart? Depends on the night, really. Sometimes it's easier to handle guests' needs when my body can operate separate from my head. Though it can be a real pain in the neck. I can't help but chuckle at her pun as I click new magnets into her frame. From the sound of it, you don't suffer as much wear and tear as the other girls. How long have you been having these problems? Serafina mentioned this has been going on for some time. Pretty much ever since I got here. It's been getting worse and worse. Do your parts often suffer heavy impacts that can sometimes demagnetize them? Can't say that they do, but I'll keep that in mind. You know, if Aurora's electromagnetism has been on the fritz, and you've been hanging around her, that could have been our smoking gun, so to speak. Oh, I do hang out with Aurora a bunch. As the club's lead dancer, she's often requested for private shows. I will say I love this artist art. Like, this is actually really nice. They would draw Suka really well, that stupid Eldritch Abomination. Are you saying I should refrain from interacting with her? Nah, nothing so drastic. At least once I get her fixed anyway. Sorry, wrong voice. Hopefully I can do that during the day shift and you can hang out with her like usual. Do you help any other girls with their areas? Sorta. Chia is I keep wanting to say Chica because of the first game. I wonder if this is the dev that's doing that other game too, that SCP one. I want more of that one. That one was fun. Sorta. She is a blast to be around, but Roxy is very particular who can touch her equipment. Whenever I'm not playing concierge, I'm usually helping Serafina with odds and ends around the club. Speaking of Serafina, what do you think of her so far? She seems like a nice boss so far. Mia brightens up even further, which is saying something given how chipper she's been so far. Oh, she's wonderful, very relaxed yet knows her stuff and how to properly manage people. Whenever I do that voice, for some reason, I end up doing like stuttering. Because I'm doing like that innocent voice. It's really weird how that always happens. Every time she gets involved with a patron, that patron is always left with a smile, even the regularly grumpy ones. Don't forget to become a patron of my Patreon. She's also keeps us girls running until you got here, which hasn't been easy. So she's not overworking you? I was wondering if you weren't getting enough downtime. Nah, nothing of the sort. I mean, Roxy pushes herself really hard, but Serafina doesn't make us work at 100% for hours on end. If anything, Serafina might give us too much break time. So, Roxy's a workaholic. What can you tell me about Chi and Aurora? Well, Chi is even higher energy than I am. If you can believe it, she flirts shamelessly with everyone, including the boss. Her barricade is always one big party, and one of the main draws for folks that aren't into raves or strip shows. Speaking of, Aurora is an expert on the pole thanks to her training with Bonfi in the original club. Aurora doesn't just strip, though. She also does a variety of dances and martial arts displays, depending on the crowd for any given night. Though, since her electromagnetism hasn't been working right, she hasn't been able to do her signature chakram performance. As I finish up the last few magnets, I switch the conversation tracks. I'm curious about what the whole pastel goth thing you had going on in your room. Have you always been a fan of such aesthetics? Yes, by the way, that is a thing. We're not always into just black. Pretty much. Whomever programmed me must have had an interesting taste. It also fits my brand in a way, a perfect mix of cute, sexy, and unnerving. The last magnet clicks in place and I take a step back from the cradle. I do like, by the way, that these guys aren't just like horny at you like in the last game. Like, it feels a little better balanced so far. Where in the last game, it was just horny, 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 horny. I did like the story, but the problem was I couldn't get to the true ending, and that was annoying because I actually did want to see the true ending to that. Pastel goth's a thing. That's what I am. If you've no, you guys have seen parts of my room. I'm a pastel goth. I'm a fucking unicorn. Yes. I mostly wear black, but I have like pink shoes, and I sometimes wear pink in my hair, and my hair is colored with green. Like, my hair has green stripes in it. But yeah, no, I've got pastel around my room too. I thought this was known. You guys have seen my room. My room's just a hodgepodge of things too. Try moving around and let me know how it feels. I'm a fucking pink unicorn. The fuck do you mean you didn't realize I was pastel? Goth. Did you see me in the Eldritch Abomination? That should have been a thing. Mia takes an attentive step and then another. She does a full circuit of parts and services before returning to my side, beaming. Everything checks out. Thanks, Anon. I wish I could stay and chat longer, but my batteries are running fairly low. If you need me tonight, you know where to find me. She gives me a quick hug before skipping off back to her room. I check my watch to see that I've just enough time to handle fixing 2 more girls before the club has time to open. Assuming, of course, one of them doesn't have any major issues that require an involved repair. So, we're going to pick the next one next time, guys. So if you like this one, let me know in the comments section, and I will continue. Don't forget to check out my Patreon subscribe star and my new channel, Cenobite Unicorn, for my long plays. Thank you guys very much. Have a fantastic day. Bye.